G'day, I'm Wayne de Klijn and welcome to another episode of The Garden Show. This morning I'm down at Dingley in Victoria and we're about to recreate nature in a suburban backyard. Recently we've designed a billabong water garden for our clients, and when finished it'll become its own little eco-habitat for fish, lizards, birds and aquatic plants. And the best part about it all is that when it's complete you'll be able to swim amongst nature. So we're about to fire up the machines and start digging. Happy gardening, and we'll see you soon. Well, today I'm back down at our Dingley water garden project and we've come across a couple of obstacles. We've got a decommissioned septic sewer tank that's right in the way of our works and some live sewer and stormwater pipes. So Ben's been crazily digging out the septic tank and we've got rid of that, and we've brought in our plumbers to redirect the lines, the sewer line and the stormwater pipes outside the line of works. Once that's done, then we can continue with the final excavation and then start looking at the footing stage. So happy gardening, and we'll see you soon. Well, as you can see, I'm back down at our Billabong water garden project in Dingley, and Ben and the crew have just finished all the final excavation and they've formed up and put in the steel work for the concrete footings for the retaining wall. So they're getting closer to getting this stage of the works complete. We're now just waiting for our building surveyor to turn up. He'll check out all the work here and hopefully give us the okay. And then once that's done, we'll bring in the concrete pump and the concrete tomorrow and get the big pour done, and that'll be that stage all finished. Thanks, see you soon, happy gardening. Now that we've completed the retaining, Ben and his crew are going to be installing the rough liner over the next couple of days. And then one of the great parts about this project I like the most is the artistic location of the stonework and boulders that form up the shape and size of the pond. So until I see you again, happy gardening. this afternoon I'm back down at our billabong water garden, and we're now at the halfway mark of our build, and everything's progressing really well. We've now got our hole dug, we've got our structural retaining wall in, and the team have been going flat out getting these massive huge mudstone rocks in, and it's all coming together quite nicely. Now I'm sitting here with Ben Hutchison of Ben Hutchison Landscapes, and he is the expert in pond and natural pool building. G'day Ben.
How you going?
Good. You're going really well?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Having fun.
Yeah, it is always fun lugging these big rocks around on your shoulder.
Oh yeah.
That's great. So mate, we've got, as I said, we're halfway there.
Yep.
We've had a couple of little issues along the way, because as you know, we're sort of covering this from behind the scenes build.
Yep.
And we've come across a concrete sewer tank.
Yep. Yeah, big septic tank. That was unexpected.
Yeah.
And a few more pipes than we anticipated.
Yep.
But yeah, they've all been resolved, and we dug the sewer out, and got the septic out, and we got that out. And, yeah, actually everything else has gone pretty smoothly since, I think.
Yeah, that's
which is
great.
Good. Yeah.
Well, there's always what we call the unknowns.
Yes.
So
it's always the fun of digging in the ground.
True. So take us through what we've got for the last half of the build.
From where we are now, so the majority of the rock work's done in our pond. We've got a few bits around the perimeter to do. Our main wetland filtration system's in. The rest of the plumbing's got to be completed, which will be the main pump system. The rest of the jets have got to be plumbed in, and then basically we can fill it up and test it.
Yeah,
which would be great.
That's great. Yeah, because I noticed over here we've got the skimmer box.
Yep.
So what's that? What's that help out doing?
The skimmer, we put the skimmer in to basically act as a coarse filter media to start with. So these systems need to be running 24/7, and what the skimmer does is it basically captures all of the large leaf debris and dust that comes into the system, takes it out before it has a chance to settle at the bottom, just to make maintenance a lot easier. You make the systems more enjoyable because there's less work involved.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then we'll probably touch on this a little bit later in the next filming episode, where you've got the aquatic plants going in.
Yep.
We'll fill up the pond.
Yep.
And then of course there's fish. So
yes.
So all these elements that we're sort of adding actually help to clean and filter the water.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, which is really good.
Yeah.
And then the other thing we're putting in here is a pond fence, of course.
Yep.
So that'll be part of the last stage of the works.
Yep.
So we're obviously, when we've been working through this whole project, from designing through to building, one of the important things is to consider all the building applications, regulations, which there is quite a few. So we've done all this, what we say, by the book, which is good.
Absolutely.
And we're ticking off the boxes, and of course the building surveyor will be out to do the final and get it all passed, and then our clients will be able to sit back and enjoy.
Absolutely.
So who's going to be the first one to have a dip? We're in now? August, very cold.
I guarantee you'll be one of the kids.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, well, they have said that. They've said the kids said they got wetsuits.
Yeah, nice.
And they said, "You coming in?" And I said, "Well, I haven't got a wetsuit, but I'll see how I go." But I might have put my foot in my mouth, because I think I might have said that if you go in, I'll go in. So you might be coming in with me.
I'll go in, absolutely. I love swimming, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I'll be in there with my wetsuit planting it out anyway. So.
Well, you will be, you'll be in there anyway. So, no, that's great, mate. So, no, you're doing a good job. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
And look, we'll certainly look forward to seeing you guys soon in our next viewing. And till we see you again, happy gardening. Billabong water garden, and the construction team have finally finished the build, and it is looking absolutely amazing. Our design team and the construction team have done a wonderful job in recreating nature in a suburban backyard. As you can see, we've got loads and loads of fresh water. We've got some exotic fish as well as some native fish that have gone into the pond here and are happily swimming around in their new home. As you can see, the aquatic plants next to me are starting to fill out quite nicely around the nooks and the crannies of the pond fringe. They also provide a safe haven for the fish, frogs and water critters that are now inhabiting their new home. One special little added feature I really love about this billabong water garden is the mini wetland that we've created up at the top end of the pond. It is absolutely a beautiful little area in itself, where we've got some river pebbles nestled into the water and some aquatic plants. The actual bees that I was talking about previously tend to like inhabiting that area to have a rest and a drink. But it also gives us the ability to have a level change in the garden, where we can run a soothing sounding running water over a cascading rock into the lower pond, which is very, very important to keep water movement happening and not stagnating. We've also got some air bubblers that are working in the pond, as you can see, just before the cascading rock waterfall, and there are 4 water jets in the lower bottom part of the pond that help circulate the water. That all then ends up coming into our filtration box, or our skimmer box, where the water then recirculates back up to the top end of the pond, and then is pumped back up through the pebbles and the aquatic plants, which is the cleaning filtration system happening from the plant side of things to keep all this water really, really crystal clear. And the best part about it is you don't need any chemicals. The plants, as you can see behind me, are still quite young. It's a new planting, so it'll take a couple of growing seasons for them to fill out, but once they do, it'll provide quite a nice tropical lush green feel around the perimeters of the pond. It'll create some privacy from the neighbours, soften up the boundary fence lines, and also help soften up our pond glass fence. So we've put that in for safety reasons too, so it's a must thing to do to keep the environment safe for our kids and all. As you can see, also with the mudstone, complemented quite well with the river pebbles, the muted colours of the tans and the browns, a nice earthy feel, and a good contrast against the green foliage of the plants. We've also got some bees buzzing around today. Our clients have put in a closed beehive, so that's another added attraction to the eco habitat. The bees help to self-pollinate the plants. They certainly found some of their little special little spots around the pond where they stop and have a bit of a drink and enjoying the environment as well. So it's sort of really starting to come together as far as a natural eco habitat garden. But not only that, is our clients have had a great time swimming already. They're in most days, they tell us. The kids have been in having a swim and got their snorkeling gear, chasing around with the fish, exploring the nooks and crannies amongst the holes and the rocks and the pebbles, and cruising along the bottom of the pond along the sand bed. So a huge success. If you'd love to have something like this placed into your backyard, certainly give us a call, and we'd love to come and recreate nature in your garden. So until I see you next time, happy gardening.